Hey guys, it's Fraser from the Manitoba Preppers Network, showing off a couple of my budget bob items. I'm going to turn the lights on for you now, shut these off. We're going to do a quick review of my light sources that I picked up for my budget bob and for the budget bob series, part of the budget survival series. Okay, so you saw the lights at work. This is a Noma. Runs on AA's. I actually think I'm buying a couple more of these for stashing around the house in case of power failure. Great little LED powered lantern. You got little AA's or LED bulbs running, and you can turn more on and they glow with the reflector and everything. It's actually pretty powerful. Runs on 4 AA batteries. And this little guy is registered at 60 lumens. It runs on 1 AA battery. Now, I've done some research and found out the police departments in Canada standardize that you need 50 lumens to clear a room in a tactical room clearing scenario. So it just kind of shows this is 10 more than that needs. Now, obviously, there's light outside. Even when I turn off the lights in my house, it doesn't do the light full justice as what it's like when it's pitch black outside. Now this little Noma single AA flashlight was $20. There's no shipping. I got it at Canadian Tire. This one, regular, about 24 bucks. I got for half price, $12. As you can see, they both run on AA batteries. Now my plan for my budget bob is to have everything run on AA batteries and have a, say, batteryless backup. So whether that's a crank radio or a crank flashlight or whatever. But that way, if, say, I need this flashlight but I got no battery for it, if I have something running on a different battery, I can't just take it out. But with this, I can take a battery out of here to run this if I need to go look for something. Alright, so I really like this light. I had one before I bought this one, but I lost it. So I know how I'm not going to carry this. I'm not going to carry it in the little pouch on the, or the little mesh pocket on the strap of the bag I'm using for my bob at this point. But the idea behind centralizing your battery sources is pretty simple. If you've got, a mag light running on AA's, a bigger mag light running on AA's, or D's or C's, and then, your radio running on AA's, you can't really switch things out. So if you need one item to work and you're running low on batteries, you can't just swap. And that's why there's also in my plans to have a crank or a shaker flashlight in my bob. I saw a guy on YouTube, he had a pretty good one made, but I think it was Life Gear. That was a radio and a flashlight in one, really rugged. I might look into getting that. But for now, I'm trying to stick to stuff I can get locally for my bob, and stuff they don't have to pay shipping for. You may not have a credit card, you may not want to use PayPal to go get some items. Some stuff I will have to, because some stuff I just don't want to compromise on, like my frame pack. I need to have a frame pack because that's what I like. For now, I'm just using an old hunting pack, as you may have noticed in a prior blog. But these are very good lights, adequately powered for a dark situation. Again, I'll turn the lights off so you can see this thing at full power. Keep in mind there is, the sun is rising outside, so it's not perfect. But you see, that's pretty light. It's even brighter. I'd probably keep it on that mode just so it's using less battery power. But the idea here is they're both pretty light. Now, I don't have a scale to see how much they weigh. I should probably get one so I can figure out how much I'm carrying. But they're adequate for what they are. Now, ideally, this is my ideal situation. If I had more money, I'd go out and buy a Phoenix LD10, the headband for the Phoenix LD10, and the little wand that goes on the top for a lantern, and that would all be one item. Now, I don't see this as wasting money on buying, say, down the road, once I've got a bob together that works, buying a Phoenix light and ditching this and this. I will be adding, keep in mind, a headlamp to this. Just haven't found one yet that I could get my hands on that ran on AA's. Most of them out there are AA's, so that makes it a little rough. But You know, down the road, I might switch to something that takes up less room, like the Phoenix LD10. Still runs on one battery, one cell, and is adequately bright and has different modes and has accessories that can fill both these items' roles in less space. But right now, I'm trying to get a bob together as fast as I can for as little money as possible. A Phoenix LD10 could run $50-$60. So that's why I'm not jumping right on that. Because these two items alone didn't cost that much. And down the road, when I get that light, this can sit on the mantle somewhere, hang in a corner in a power outage, and this can just get stuffed in a drawer. There's no waste here, because these are both really good quality items for very little money, and they run on, my theory is for my home, I'm going to try to centralize my batteries as much as possible. Given the technology, this thing's probably as bright as an old 2D cell incandescent mag light. So you can get pretty good lights that are smaller. So I don't really need my big old 2 C-cell mag light, even though I do have the LED bulb in it. Now what I might do down the road is, actually this is what I'm planning on doing, I shouldn't say might do, centralizing my batteries to 3 battery sources. Alright, the AA, the AAA, and the CR123. Now the reason I chose CR123 is I don't have it handy, but I've got my Scorpion LED. I'll put a link to a review I did on my personal channel. That's really bright, and it runs in these guys. You know, you can spend $100 and get 100 of them from Surefire. You know, it's expensive, but when you look at the cost, you buy one of these batteries, pay $10 Canadian Tire, and it's not even a Surefire, it's one of Duracell. I have a shop in town where I can get them for about $5. But the idea behind this is we're trying to save money. So when I go to buy those, I might spend $100 and get like 100 of those batteries. Well, guess what? That's a battery versus, you know, 10 or more. They have a good shelf life. And that way I can run most of my items. I can run on AA batteries. But then there's always my EDC flashlight, my little Streamlit Stylus Pro version that needs AA's. So I figure it's pretty tough to single out a single battery source for your home. But if you try to keep everything running on one central source, or 3 central sources in this case, you'll have a lot better luck picking out items, and you know what you have to look for and what you have to work with. Now I've got, where are they here? Somewhere in the house I've got a package of C-cell Duracells, you know, that I had from when I worked security for my mag light. That was before I found out about great little lights like this or Phoenix that are really bright, or even a Streamlight. But you know, eventually those are going to run out of power, they're going to expire, because I never use them. So that's why I'm trying to centralize the battery sources that I use every day. I've got one of these little guys in my EDC bag, a little Maxpedition Fat Boy, that I carry. This is a great little light just for emergencies. And then I got my EDC right here that I have on my person all the time. So they're battery sources I use a lot, and the CR123s I use rather often as well. So there's no waste in buying those. Whereas if I were to go out and buy more C-cell batteries, it really would be a waste. So anyway, these are 2 items I got for the Budget Bob. And we're going to go into more depth of items I'm getting as I get them. So this represents part of my light category. The other part obviously will be the headlamp, which I have yet to buy. So anyway, this is Fraser from Manitoba Preppers Network on the Budget Bob series.